So, what is going on, guys? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Unite, or Legacy Evolution, again, this to review straight, Toxitron Cloud Cover, and this is a weirdo. I was going to review Gotenks, SH50 Arts Gotenks, but I was like, Transformers 1 comes out today, when this is going to be going up, technically yesterday, because most movies come out on Thursday. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. We'll do a Transformers review because it's Transformers Day, kind of. Well, Transformers Day was a couple days ago, actually. The 40th anniversary, which is cool. But here we have this guy. And like I said, he's an absolute weirdo. He is a repaint of one of the Coneheads, who's obviously a repaint of remold from Earthrise Starscream. So, yeah, if you don't like this mold, you're probably not going to be a big fan of him, because, again, it's just Earthrise Starscream again, which people don't like. I'm kind of just meh with it. Like, I don't really care. It's whatever. I mean, it's an alright mold. The Siege one is 100% better, but I kind of wanted the Earth alt form, so I got both. I own the Siege Thundercracker, so I do have a version of the Siege mold. As far as this guy goes, he's a weird G2 guy. That's all I know about him. I know nothing at all. He's just a weird guy, and he's a blue plane, and he looks kind of neat, and he has this nice camouflage pattern. He has the G2 Decepticon badge, one of the few in recent memory to have those. I don't think he's transformed right. You can tell by his knees kind of being flailing everywhere here. But he does look nice. He's primarily this nice baby blue with the white, and then he has the black. It's a very nice color scheme, but then he has the little spots of yellow in there, like the checkered detailing. And it only shows up on the feet and on the upper parts here. He does have the yelling face, though, unfortunately, if you're seeing that. He has that yelling face. It's just very unfortunate. I wish he had the regular one, you know? But they gave him the yelly face. So now he's perpetually screaming like, ah! Anyway. I mean, there's not really much more to say about him. He's just kind of there. He's a good enough guy. He has null rays there, which are picked out in black. They're painted. They're not sculpted. There's black molded plastic on this guy. Yet they painted these. They were white and painted them black. So now they're like the one thing with a glossy sheen. That's not even a joke. They're the only glossy part, really. Except for these little thrusters down here. That's it. Everything else is like, why? Why did you paint that? But that's basically just him. He looks pretty solid. And I mean, he's a guy I know nothing about. I have nothing more to say. Except he is pretty good in the robot mode. Articulation, we got ball jointed head, forward, back, outward, elbow goes a little above 90. No wrist rotation, which is kind of a shame. I understand how they did it, but I feel like there was a better way to get that. There is no waist swivel. For the 90th time on a Starscream, there is no waist swivel because it's illegal. I own like one with a waist swivel. Forward. There is no back. It's blocked by this panel. We then have a knee joint, which came unpegged again. There it is. And then we have tilty boys. And that's all. That's all she wrote for him. He's pretty meh, because he's derived from the Classics mold, which is like 20 years old, pretty much. So that's kind of cool. But that is the robot mode, so let's just get into that transformation, which is pretty basic and easy. Not really anything wrong with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the arms up, and you're going to push them in, but make sure that this little, like, peg section there goes in like that. Fold the fist up like so. Once you do that, you just fold it up like that. The next thing is to open up the chest, like so. And again, it's the Classics mold, so the Classics does the exact same thing, but a lot easier, actually. Take the cockpit, fold it over like that. And then you just take the entire front fuselage and do that. Take his arms, and for some reason, this one here is really impartial to going in. The left one's fine. It's just that right arm, and it hates going in. I couldn't tell you why. It's been like that since I got it, and it just sucks. Like I said, won this in an eBay auction, pretty much. Real cheap. 25 bucks. That's basically the only reason I own them. It's because I was like, oh, $9 eBay auction. It's time to get this random guy. Open up the shins, fold them up like so. Then you can fold them back up. Just kind of got to get everything in place, which is a lot easier than it looks. I'm just making it way harder because I'm on camera, I guess. Really isn't that difficult. These little bits here fold down, and they become part of the wings to kind of make everything look all nice and tidy. And then we take this, make sure that's there, and the arm. God damn it. I don't know what's wrong with that arm. It will not stay. But here we have him in his alternate form, which looks pretty good. I mean, it's a blue jet. I don't hate that. Nice digital camo pattern. I like the black thrusters. It looks really good. I don't hate the Earthrise alt mode. The Earthrise jet mode is phenomenal. In my opinion, I love that Starscream's alt form. It's just a really nice jet, in my opinion. Like, it's a nice size. It has all the things you'd want out of a nice jet former, and it's just great in my opinion. I love the jet mode. If you don't like the robot mode, you could at least like the jet mode, in my opinion. I mean, it looks good. Thrusters, guns are on the back, underneath, blatantly a chest piece, and an arm that won't work. But that's okay. Either way, I mean, it's a pretty nice alt form. There's not really much to say about it, except it's certainly a jet. And it's certainly blue, and it's a guy. Yeah, I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure if this is Dirge, I think. Because I know all the cone heads have different jet modes. Because, actually, would this one be... No, Thrust has the... now I'm confusing myself. The cone heads are weird. Dirge is the blue and yellow one. Ramjet is the white one. And then Thrust is the red one with the VTOLs, if I'm not mistaken. So this guy is either Ramjet or he's Dirge. It's one or the other. I don't know which one. Ramjet's getting a re-release. Just thought I'd note that. But that's basically the alt form. It's pretty solid, except for the fact that this arm won't work on mine, so that's kind of a problem. But that's really all I have to say about this guy, and that's really all I have to say about this figure. So let's get to my final thoughts, which are, he's alright, I guess. I mean, he's just Earthrise Starscream. If you like that mold, and you own that mold, you know what you're getting. It's like a slightly different version. It works the exact same. It looks a little different, but what's the problems? You know, like, there's not really anything except that arm won't work. The yelling face, it does suck. I don't hate that they were like, oh, here's different Seeker heads. But it's like, you know, couldn't have done that a little better. I don't know, like, let's just try this arm again. Look at that. It's like it's pinned in the wrong spot. Or something. That's what it seems like. Or like shot in crooked. I've had that happen before, so that's... wouldn't even be shocking. But, like, he's just a solid guy. I mean, he's the perfect guy to be added to a Walmart exclusive toy line. Just a weird character nobody's going to care about. He's a Seeker, so you're going to get the collectors to buy him. Because, again, Seekers sell. It's the Seekers. If you are a hardcore collector, you probably have almost all the Seekers. I say almost, but that's only because they've actually re-released, like, every cone head. Every cone head. Well, except Thrust. He was out in Earthrise, and he's still rare, but what are you going to do? But they've re-released the two rare ones, being Dirge and Ramjet, but now Skywarp and Thundercracker are up, I guess, because they're expensive. They're an exclusive 2-pack, because, man, they really love those exclusive 2-packs in Earthrise. They really love those. Like, really did. But, I mean, this guy is just fine. He's the most skippable figure of all time, in my opinion. Unless you collect Seekers, there's not really a reason to own him. unless you're like me and you see him for cheap, it's like, you know, there's not really a reason. Maybe you like how he looks. I don't know. That's all personal preference. He's a figure that's the ultimate skip. You don't need him. He's perfectly fine. He's the definition of like a 3 out of 5. He's fine. He's good. You don't need him, though. He's completely skippable, and that's it. That's really all I have to say about him. There's not much to say. His colors are nice. That's it. He looks nice. But that's really all for this review. This has been a review of Legacy Evolution. I'm going to make sure we got it. Toxitron cloud cover. Almost forgot his name. Goodbye.